here we have Leroy brought out this nice 1932 Roadster. Let's talk about how beautiful this is and the obvious. So, it's Ford, it's 1932. I heard the body is made by Zipper.
Yes, it's a zipper-bodied car. We put a 32 grill in it, but basically it's their body and a lot of modifications done to it to make it look like this. But yeah, it's started off being a zipper.
So it's a fiberglass.
Fiberglass, yes. The box in the back is a handmade box. It's metal, and the rest of the car is all steel metal.
Let's talk about the running gear. What's another food?
Well, that is a LS1 525 horse all electronic motor. Gets right along. And I got a 4L60E tranny. It's electronic and Ford 9-inch rear locker, and yeah, makes a lot of power and has a lot of fun.
Tell us a little bit about the whole exhaust.
Yes, the exhaust was built by a gentleman in Kingman. Fabulous job. 1-day service at the store there, which is absolutely phenomenal, and all special. I wanted something that was really different. Anytime I took the car somewhere, I wanted to have it different, and so he concocted this kind of wormy looking deal, and I love it, and had a lot of compliments about it.
So you brought in the idea and the design, and then he made it happen.
He made it happen. Yep, that's the guy. That's the man. No doubt about it. So yeah, we've had a great time with it. It was a 5-month build. A friend of mine, Ray Nelson, used his shop, gave me a lot of help with it, a tremendous amount of help. He's a great guy, and I couldn't have done it without the guy, for sure. So yeah, it was a fun build. Even though we worked 7 days a week on the car, it was a fun build. I might have burned him out a little bit, but we laugh about that still. So yeah, great guy, and I'm glad it was done.
Do you take this car every day, or this is more a show car?
Well, this is what I wanted to have as kind of like my daily driver. Haven't had it out lately because of the rain and all, but by golly, the weather's changing and things are going to get better, and so hopefully every day I'll be driving this car.
Nice, that's nice.
Ask him about his other cars he has.
Do you have any other cars other than this beautiful one?
Yes, I have a couple, 3. I have a 1934 Plymouth 2-door sedan. It's probably my favorite all-time car of all the cars I've ever owned. My grandmother had a 32 or 34 Plymouth when I was a kid, and so when I got into street rodding, I said, hey, I think I'd like to have a street rod kind of like my grandmother had.
Yeah.
Found one after 7 years of looking, and so we built that thing, and it's going to have its 22nd birthday this June. And then I've got a 40 Chiv Coupe, really nice car, flamed airbags, real nice car. I've had it for 12, 14 years. And I've got a 1968 Corvette Roadster that really belongs to my wife. That's her car, and we've had it for 45 years, that car. But they're all street ready and ready to go and drive great, and just too bad that I don't have 3 extra bodies, and I'd be driving them all every day.
So right here, I can see this whole steering wheel going straight, and then it looks like it's going through the engine, but it shouldn't be that way. So would you show us?
It actually has a little steering device here that you can purchase. The steering is actually coming in at the top from the inside the car. Then it goes through a chain drive system, drops all the way down, and lines up exactly with my steering. And I cured my almost impossible steering situation with the installation of just one device. It was like a miracle. So yeah, very, very interesting, and I don't know how I'd have done it without that little device.
Anything different other than normal and usual we are looking at right here?
Well, it's an LS1 525 horse, and it was actually from the crate it was sent to a place in California called Turnkey. They redid the motor, different cam, did the heads, intake, and then rewired it all. So all the wiring, all the pulley system, everything is all really tied together very close. They have their own computer system. It was installed, and it's almost wireless. If you take a look at the motor, you can't see any wiring anywhere other than the spark plug wires. And it all comes inside the car through a little 3-inch hole, mounts to the firewall inside, and it's out of sight. You can't see it. It's all concealed and makes a real clean job out of it.
Well, you're talking about take this car every day and notice that oil pan is a little bit low. How do you not to bump into anything?
Well, when I first finished the car, I tried to find the hotel here in town that had the tallest speed bumps. And I tried it over a couple different ones, and it's like a miracle it actually works. So I can get over them. So yeah, that was something, an obstacle that we thought we were going to have, but by golly, it's doing fine so far. Have to be a little careful, but so far no dragging. So a real plus.
Any stories sitting behind the wheel and taking this car on the street that you get compliments and stories that you always share?
Well, I do remember the first time that I'd driven it around for probably 3 or 4 days, and finally I said, I think it's time to see how it feels if I really step on the gas. And I remember that time, definitely remember that time.
Yeah.
And it's maybe hedges on a little bit scary,
Yeah.
but in the realm of extremely fun. So yeah, no problems, doesn't get fishtaily or anything anymore, and tires I guess are broke in now, so yeah, you gas it up and just lights up the tires and you go down the road and it'll smoke the tires as long as you want it to, and or as long as you can get away with it. So yeah, just try to drive like a sane man on the street, so not a lot of that.
There is no seat belt. So this is something that you added later on?
Yeah, that came when we had these made. It had a little device here that would attach a mirror similar to this. I just happened to pick those mirrors to be the mirrors of choice, and yeah, it all works out fine. Get to see out both sides, and yeah, it's been a good build.
So just the basic of the Roadster, the not having a seatbelt was how it came out originally, and that's why it's legal today to drive a car without the safety feature. Anything else that didn't have back then?
Well, of course, it didn't have this kind of suspension, but really the basic look of the vehicle is the same. Would have been the same. The frame is an actual copy of a 32 Ford, so if somebody that knew 32 Fords, and I've had them take a look at it during the build, and were surprised that I was able to get a 32 Ford frame, but it was actually handmade. Great job. And of course the box in the back that houses the fuel tank and the battery. It sits in here, and this box was handmade, so it looks like a Ford, and it even has a Ford emblem pressed into the back.
Ooh.
So it looks very Ford-like. So if you drive up behind it, you can't mistake it for a Ford. Gauges are all, of course, different, but they're basic gauges, and it's all electronic system, so easy start, never misses a beat. And you go up to the top of Mount Charleston, the car runs as good as it does at sea level because it tunes on the fly.
Wow.
Like a miracle.
Nice.
So yeah, the car runs well and drives perfect and couldn't be better.
Thank you for sharing this beauty with us today.
Well, thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate it.